Hello, English learners. Welcome back to Talk English Now. I'm Sarah, and today we're diving deep into the world of advanced English vocabulary, the kind of words that make your speech sound intelligent, emotional, and naturally fluent. By the end of this masterclass, you'll not only understand these advanced words, you'll be able to use them confidently in real-life conversations and writing. You'll learn to think in English, to feel the rhythm of words, and to express your thoughts with precision, clarity, and a touch of elegance. Before starting, I just want to let you know that we upload daily English learning videos every day. So make sure you subscribe and stay connected to keep improving your English with me. Now let's begin. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and just listen, because this lesson isn't only about memorizing words, it's about feeling them, understanding their personality, and learning how to make them a part of your natural expression. Let's start with a word that carries quiet power. The word profound. When something is profound, it means deep, meaningful, and full of insight. You can say, "Her words had a profound effect on me." Try it with me. "Her words had a profound effect on me." Good. You can also use it in daily life. "That movie was profound. It made me think about life differently." When you use profound, you sound thoughtful and reflective. Next is ephemeral. It means short-lived or temporary, something that doesn't last long. The beauty of a sunset is ephemeral. Moments of happiness can be ephemeral. It's a beautiful way to describe the fragile, fleeting nature of life. Say it slowly with me. Ephemeral. Very nice. You see, even pronunciation can feel poetic when you slow down and feel the sound. Another powerful word is resilient. To be resilient means to recover quickly after challenges. You can say, "She's a resilient person. She never gives up." Or, "Our minds are resilient. We can always adapt and grow." This word shows strength without aggression, calm power, and emotional maturity. Here's a beautiful one. Serendipity. It means finding something wonderful by accident. Imagine walking down a street and discovering your favorite cafe by chance. That's serendipity. You can say, "It was pure serendipity that we met that day." Such a gentle, optimistic word, isn't it? Repeat after me. Serendipity. Feel the melody in it. Let's bring in eloquent. When someone speaks in a clear, expressive, and graceful way, we say they are eloquent. For example, "He gave an eloquent speech about hope and humanity." Or, "She's an eloquent speaker." Every word feels meaningful. When you use eloquent, you're not only describing speech, you're describing beauty in communication. Now, I want you to notice something. All these words carry emotions, not just meanings. They make your English sound more alive, more soulful. So, let's practice using them in a little story together. Imagine this. You're sitting in your favorite cafe on a quiet morning. The smell of coffee fills the air. You open your journal and write. "This moment feels profound. The warmth of my drink, the soft music, the peace inside me, all of it is ephemeral, yet it matters." You smile as you think, "Maybe this is serendipity. I didn't plan this morning, but it turned out perfect." You close your notebook feeling calm, strong, and resilient. You whisper softly, "Today, I will be eloquent, in words and in actions." See how that flows? Advanced vocabulary isn't about showing off, it's about emotional precision. Now let's go deeper. Another elegant word is transcend. To transcend means to rise above, to go beyond limits. You might say, true art transcends time. Or, she transcended her fears and achieved her dream. It's a word full of strength and peace, perfect for describing personal growth. Then comes melancholy. It means a gentle sadness, often mixed with reflection. You might say, there was a touch of melancholy in her smile. It's not heavy sadness, but soft, poetic, emotional in a calm way. You can use it when you want to sound emotionally deep and sensitive. Now here's a word that many advanced speakers love: meticulous. It means very careful and detailed. You can say, he's meticulous about his work. Or, be meticulous with your pronunciation when practicing English. It shows discipline and respect for details, qualities that make your English more refined. Let's bring in one more. Epiphany. An epiphany is a sudden realization or insight. For example, I had an epiphany. I finally understood why consistency matters. This word gives your speech a moment of emotional sparkle, a turning point, a discovery. Let's pause for a moment, breathe in, and think. What do all these words have in common? They describe emotions, transformations, and beauty. That's what makes them perfect for advanced learners like you. They turn your sentences into experiences. Now let's practice. I'll give you a few sentences and you can repeat them after me. Ready? The movie was profound and moving. The sunset was ephemeral but unforgettable. She's resilient even after many challenges. Meeting you was pure serendipity. His words were eloquent and sincere. Art can transcend time and language. There's a gentle melancholy in autumn days. She's meticulous in everything she does. That was a real epiphany for me. Beautiful. You're doing great. Remember, fluency is not only about speed, it's about rhythm, awareness, and emotional connection to words. When you slow down and feel each word, you become more expressive, more confident, and more natural. Now let's add a few more powerful words to your collection. The word ineffable describes something so beautiful or intense that words cannot express it. You could say, the beauty of the stars was ineffable. It's a word that captures silence when language meets awe. Try it with me. Ineffable. Lovely. Another elegant one is altruistic. It means selfless. When someone does something kind without expecting anything in return. You can say, her actions were altruistic. She helped everyone around her. It's a word full of compassion and humanity. And then we have lucid. It means clear, logical, and easy to understand. He explained the concept in a lucid way. Or, keep your thoughts lucid when writing. It's a wonderful way to describe clarity of mind and expression. Finally, let's talk about cathartic. This word means emotionally cleansing or releasing. When you cry after watching a moving film, that feeling is cathartic. It's like emotional healing through expression. You can say, writing poetry is cathartic for me. Isn't that beautiful? Each of these words opens a door to more emotional intelligence in your English. When you use them naturally, you don't just sound fluent, you sound wise, human, connected. Now, before we continue, I'd love to gently remind you, if you're enjoying this lesson, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more daily English practice. Your support helps us reach more learners and keeps lessons like this coming every single day. Let's move on. Think of advanced English as music. Every word has tone, emotion, and texture. The secret isn't to memorize hundreds of words, but to build emotional familiarity. For example, when you hear melancholy, you should almost feel it. When you say resilient, you should stand a little taller inside. That's the kind of connection that brings fluency to life. So here's your next challenge. Choose one of the words we've learned, maybe profound or serendipity or cathartic, and write 3 sentences using it in different ways today. Use it in your journal, in a text message, or just in your thoughts before bed. The goal is to make these words part of your personal vocabulary world, and don't worry if you forget some words later. That's natural. They will return when your brain is ready. Language grows quietly beneath the surface. What matters most is that you keep engaging, listening, and feeling the meaning of words every single day. Let's continue our journey together. You're already building a deeper, richer connection with English. And now we're going to take that even further by exploring vocabulary that expresses human emotions, thoughts, and creativity with precision and warmth. Let's begin with a powerful word, contemplative. It means thoughtful, reflective, or quietly deep in thought. Imagine sitting by the window on a rainy afternoon, holding a cup of tea, and just thinking about life. That moment is contemplative. You can say, "I was in a contemplative mood," or "She gave me a contemplative look before answering." It's one of those words that carries calm intelligence. Next, the word arduous. It means difficult or requiring a lot of effort. You might say, learning English to an advanced level is an arduous journey. But you can add, it's worth it, because every word learned brings you closer to fluency. The word arduous gives weight to your sentence. It acknowledges the challenge, but also your courage to face it. Now let's talk about intrinsic. It means something that naturally belongs to the essence of something. For example, curiosity is intrinsic to learning, or kindness is an intrinsic part of being human. When you use intrinsic, you show that you're speaking about something that exists deeply within, not added, not forced, just part of what something truly is. Another graceful word is tenacity. It means determination and persistence. You can say, her tenacity helped her succeed. Or, learning English requires tenacity, the will to keep going even on difficult days. This word has quiet strength. It feels both powerful and humble. Here's a beautiful one, nostalgia. It means a sentimental longing for the past. You can say, listening to old songs fills me with nostalgia. Or, that childhood photo brought a wave of nostalgia. It's a lovely, emotional word that connects you to memory and feeling. Let's add eloquence again, not as a word to study, but as something to feel. Eloquence isn't just about speaking beautifully. It's about speaking with emotion, with heart. When you use advanced vocabulary in a natural way, that's eloquence. When you express your true self through English, that's eloquence too. Now, imagine you're walking through a quiet park. You stop to admire the trees. The air feels crisp and the sky is golden. You whisper to yourself, "This moment feels tranquil." That word, tranquil, means peaceful, calm, and free from disturbance. You can say, "I enjoy the tranquil sound of rain," or "Meditation helps me stay tranquil." When you use it, you add serenity to your speech. Let's practice using some of these words together in context. I'll say a few sentences, and you can repeat them after me. Ready? I was in a contemplative mood this morning. Climbing that mountain was an arduous task. Honesty is intrinsic to trust. Her tenacity inspired everyone around her. I feel a deep nostalgia when I visit my hometown. The lake was calm and tranquil. Beautiful job. Keep feeling the rhythm as you speak. Now let's take it one step further and talk about how to think in English at this level. When you encounter a new word, don't just translate it. Try to connect it to an image, a sound, or a feeling. For example, when you hear tranquil, think of a quiet morning. When you hear arduous, feel the effort of climbing a hill. The mind remembers better through emotion and imagination. Another important word for today, ephemeral. We met it earlier, but now let's deepen it. Think about why ephemeral things are so beautiful. A rainbow, a passing smile, a kind moment. They're all temporary, but they matter. You can say, life's most beautiful moments are often ephemeral. That's poetic and true at the same time. Let's move on to equanimity. It means calmness and balance, especially during stress. You can say, she faced the challenge with equanimity, or equanimity helps me stay focused during exams. It's a word that speaks to emotional intelligence, the ability to stay centered no matter what happens around you. Here's one of my favorites, luminescent. It means softly glowing, shining gently in the dark. You could say, the stars were luminescent in the night sky, or her smile had a luminescent warmth. It's a poetic word that adds light to your language. Now, let's add inevitable. It means something certain to happen. You can say, change is inevitable, or mistakes are inevitable when learning a language. It's a wise word, not negative, not positive, just true. When you accept the inevitable, you make peace with growth. Let's continue with ambivalent. It means having mixed feelings about something. You might say, I felt ambivalent about moving to a new city. It shows emotional honesty, the kind of word that reflects real human experience, not simple black and white emotions. Another one, solitude. It means being alone but in a peaceful way. You can say, I love moments of solitude. They help me recharge. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's a kind of calm independence, and this word can help you describe that subtle emotion beautifully. Let's take a quick mini practice again. Repeat after me. He's a contemplative person who enjoys solitude. Finishing that project was arduous but rewarding. Her tenacity and courage make her unstoppable. I found peace in the tranquil garden. The stars were softly luminescent. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. She felt ambivalent about leaving home. Nostalgia filled the room as we looked at old pictures. Lovely. You're doing so well. Do you feel how your English is changing? You're not only learning words, you're learning emotional control, expression, and rhythm. That's what separates fluent speakers from truly advanced communicators. It's not about how many words you know, but how you feel them in your mind and mouth. Now, here's a wonderful exercise you can try after this video. Pick 3 advanced words, any you like, and use them in your daily thoughts for the next 24 hours. For example, if you're feeling tired, say to yourself, today has been arduous, but I'm resilient. If you feel peaceful, think, this moment is tranquil. If you make a mistake, remind yourself, growth is inevitable. See, you're not memorizing, You're living the language. Let's learn a few more that will help you express your emotions in sophisticated ways. The word reverence means deep respect. You can say, "She spoke of her teacher with reverence." It's a beautiful way to describe admiration that comes from the heart. And the word benevolent means kind and generous. He's a benevolent leader who cares for everyone. These two words, reverence and benevolence, bring warmth and dignity to your English. Here's another emotional word, gratitude. It's common but powerful. Gratitude means appreciation for what you have. You can say, "I feel gratitude for the people in my life," or "Gratitude changes your perspective." When you combine gratitude with eloquence, your English becomes deeply human. And finally, for this section, let's talk about resonate. It means to deeply connect or emotionally echo. You can say, "Her story resonated with me," or "That song resonates with my feelings." It's a word that bridges emotion and experience. A perfect word for storytellers, speakers, and writers. Every word we've explored so far is like a color on your emotional palette. You can mix them to express complex feelings, serenity, nostalgia, admiration, or passion, without losing clarity. That's what advanced English mastery truly is. So, before we move forward, take a moment and reflect. Think of one situation where you can use one of these words today. Maybe you'll describe a movie as profound, a morning as tranquil, or a person as benevolent. When you do that, you're no longer a learner repeating words. You're a speaker creating meaning. You're doing amazing so far. And remember, it's okay to revisit these words often. Each time you do, you'll notice new shades of meaning, new emotions, and new fluency flowing naturally through your speech and writing. Let's keep going together. You're doing wonderfully so far, and I want you to notice something. As we move through these words, your relationship with English is changing. You're not just learning vocabulary anymore. You're shaping your identity as an English speaker, and that's something truly special. Let's begin this part with the word candid. It means honest, open, and sincere. You can say, "She gave a candid answer," or "He's always candid," about his feelings. Being candid is powerful. It shows confidence and truth without arrogance. Try saying it out loud. Candid. There's clarity in that word, isn't there? Now, another sophisticated word, magnanimous. It means generous in spirit, especially towards someone you disagree with. You can say, "He was magnanimous in victory," meaning he didn't boast or make others feel small. It's such a graceful word, full of dignity and kindness. Repeat it slowly. Magnanimous. Excellent. Let's move to austere. It means simple, plain, or severe in appearance or manner. You could say, "Her room was beautifully austere, just a bed, a desk, and a single candle." Or, "He lived an austere life focused on purpose, not possessions." This word can describe both lifestyle and personality, depending on the tone you give it. Another word you'll love is perceptive. When someone is perceptive, they understand things quickly, especially emotions or hidden meanings. You can say, "She's very perceptive. She notices details others miss." Being perceptive is one of the greatest skills in communication because it allows you to understand before you respond. Here's another poetic one. Ethereal. It means light, delicate, or otherworldly. You could say, "The morning mist looked ethereal," or "Her voice had an ethereal quality." It's one of those words that instantly paints a picture. soft, beautiful, mysterious. Now let's add stoic. A stoic person doesn't show strong emotions, especially in difficult times. You can say, he remained stoic despite the bad news. It's a word of calm strength, of quiet control. But remember, being stoic doesn't mean being cold. It means staying grounded when life becomes chaotic. Now imagine this short story. You meet someone who is humble but strong. They're candid about their struggles, magnanimous toward others, and stoic in the face of hardship. Their life is austere, simple but full of meaning. They have a perceptive mind and an ethereal calmness. That's the kind of emotional vocabulary you're learning to use, not just to describe others, but to describe yourself, your feelings, and your world. Now let's bring in the word pragmatic. It means realistic and practical. For example, she's a pragmatic thinker. She focuses on solutions, not problems. Or, I try to stay pragmatic when making decisions. It's a grounded word, useful for both conversation and professional life. Another one, audacious. It means bold or daring, often in a way that surprises people. You can say, his idea was audacious but brilliant. Or, it takes audacity to speak another language confidently. It's a word full of energy and risk, perfect for describing courage and creativity. Let's practice these in context now. Repeat after me. Her voice was ethereal in the quiet hall. He was magnanimous even when others were unkind. She gave a candid response. The artist lived an austere but peaceful life. You're becoming a perceptive listener. He stayed stoic through all challenges. Her pragmatic attitude helped her succeed. That was an audacious decision, but it worked. Beautiful. Keep that rhythm, keep that calm. When you use advanced vocabulary like this, you're not just improving your English, you're refining your emotional intelligence. Every word carries a mindset. For example, when you say pragmatic, you're already thinking logically. When you say ethereal, you're visualizing beauty. This is how language rewires your brain, word by word, emotion by emotion. Let's go further. Ubiquitous. It means something that is everywhere. You can say, smartphones are ubiquitous nowadays. Or, English is a ubiquitous language. You hear it around the world. It's a powerful academic word that fits naturally in advanced conversations. Now, convoluted. It means complex, complicated, or twisted in structure. You could say the movie plot was too convoluted, or try not to make your sentences too convoluted when you write. It's a perfect word for describing confusion with sophistication. Next is metamorphosis. It means transformation or change. You can say, her journey from shy to confident was a true metamorphosis. Or, nature is full of metamorphosis, like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. It's a word that represents growth and rebirth. And here's a strong one. Epitome. It means the perfect example of something. For example, she is the epitome of grace. Or, this city is the epitome of modern living. When you use epitome, you show elegance and accuracy at once. Now let's breathe and repeat a few of these together. Technology has become ubiquitous in our lives. His explanation was too convoluted to understand. Her transformation was a real metamorphosis. He's the epitome of professionalism. Beautiful. You're doing wonderfully. Now let's shift toward emotional depth again. The word vulnerable means open to emotional harm or sensitive. You can say, "It's okay to be vulnerable. That's how we connect." Vulnerability is not weakness. It's a kind of strength that allows others to see your humanity. Another important word is solace. It means comfort during sadness or stress. You might say, "Music gives me solace when I feel down." Or, "Her kind words brought solace to my heart." It's such a warm, comforting word. Then we have relinquish. It means to give up or let go of something, often willingly. You can say, "She decided to relinquish control and trust the process." Or, "He relinquished his fears and moved forward." It's a word full of surrender and peace. Now, here's a reflective one, ephemeral. You remember it, right? Let's revisit it because it connects beautifully here. When we accept that moments are ephemeral, we stop clinging and start living fully. Even our worries are ephemeral. They come and go like clouds. Here's another elegant word, melodious. It means pleasant and musical in sound. You can say, "Her laughter was melodious," or "I love the melodious sound of birds in the morning." Words like this add softness and emotion to your English. Let's tie all these together with a quick practice session. Repeat after me. It's okay to be vulnerable. It makes you human. I find solace in quiet mornings. She decided to relinquish her fears. The sunset was ephemeral but beautiful. His voice was calm and melodious. Perfect. Your speech is already sounding more expressive, more emotional, more alive. Now let's talk about a few words that bring calm power to your thoughts. The word resolute means determined and firm. She was resolute in her decision to keep going. Or, stay resolute in your practice. Fluency takes time. It's a strong but balanced word. And serene. It means peaceful and calm. The lake looked serene under the moonlight. Or, her expression was serene even in chaos. Serenity is more than peace, it's deep inner stillness. Finally, one of my favorites, luminous. It means glowing with light or brilliance. Her eyes were luminous with joy. Or, the idea was luminous, bright and full of potential. It's a word that captures positivity and inspiration. Now, before we end this section, I want you to repeat a few lines with me, not just as practice, but as a mindset. Ready? My growth is a metamorphosis. My thoughts are lucid and luminous. I find solace in stillness. I am resolute, but serene. Every word I learn makes me more eloquent. Beautiful. You sound confident and calm. Remember, advanced English isn't about big words. It's about big understanding. When you connect your emotions to your language, you'll never forget the words you learn, because they'll live inside you, quietly shaping how you think, speak, and feel every day. You're still here, still listening, still learning, and that says so much about your dedication. Remember, fluency isn't a finish line, it's a lifelong friendship with the language. So, as we continue this masterclass, let's explore words that allow you to speak not only clearly, but soulfully. Let's begin with the word emulate. It means to match or even surpass someone by imitating them. You can say, I try to emulate great speakers to improve my English. It's not about copying. It's about learning through admiration. When you emulate excellence, you move closer to becoming excellent yourself. Now let's talk about quintessential. It means the most perfect or typical example of something. You can say he's the quintessential gentleman, or this book is the quintessential guide to modern literature. It's a word that captures the pure essence of something or someone. Here's a graceful one: melancholic. Similar to melancholy, it describes a person or mood that is gently sad and reflective. You might say, the music had a melancholic tone, or she smiled, though her eyes looked melancholic. It's a word that paints emotions softly, without drama, with beauty in its sadness. Next, we have affluent. It means wealthy, or having a lot of resources. You can say, she grew up in an affluent neighborhood, or affluent societies often forget the value of simplicity. It's a practical and sophisticated word for discussing lifestyle and economics. Another one is pervasive. It means spreading widely or existing everywhere. You can say, technology has a pervasive influence on our lives, or there was a pervasive sense of hope in the air. It's perfect for describing something that quietly fills a space or atmosphere. Let's bring in reverberate. It means to echo or have a continuing effect. His words reverberated in my mind. Or, the decision will reverberate through generations. It's a poetic and powerful way to describe lasting impact, not only sound, but emotion and consequence. Now let's use some of these words in a short practice paragraph together. Picture this. You're sitting in an old library reading a book by your favorite author. The atmosphere is calm, almost melancholic. You realize how much you've grown as a learner, emulating great writers, feeling the weight of their words reverberate in your heart. Outside, the rain falls softly, and you think, perhaps this quiet moment is the quintessential feeling of peace. That's how these words should live, not in your notebook, but in your moments. Let's keep going. The next word is diligent. It means hardworking, careful, and persistent. You can say, she's a diligent student, or be diligent in your practice if you want to master English. Diligence is quiet consistency, the kind that leads to mastery. Another one, alleviate. It means to make something less severe. You can say, a warm bath can alleviate stress, or practicing every day alleviates the fear of speaking. It's such a practical and compassionate word. It carries care inside it. Now let's talk about fortitude. It means strength and courage in the face of pain or challenges. You can say, he faced difficulties with great fortitude. Or, fortitude is what keeps us moving forward when the path is unclear. It's calm bravery, not loud but powerful. Next, intuitive. It means based on instinct or natural understanding. You can say, she has an intuitive sense of what people feel. Or, language learning becomes intuitive when you stop translating and start feeling the meaning. It's a word that celebrates the intelligence of your heart. Let's pause and practice these. He worked diligently to improve his English. Meditation helps alleviate anxiety. She faced life struggles with fortitude. He's an intuitive learner. Wonderful. Let the words flow through your voice. The more you speak them aloud, the more naturally they'll stay with you. Now, let's explore meticulous again, because it's one of the most valuable habits in learning. Being meticulous means paying attention to detail. You could say, be meticulous about pronunciation, or she's meticulous in how she prepares her presentations. It's a word that represents care and excellence, qualities every fluent speaker needs. Here's another one, conscientious. It's similar to diligent, but with a sense of responsibility. she's a conscientious worker who always gives her best. Or, being conscientious about your learning means respecting your own progress. It's a word of integrity and self-discipline. Now let's bring some emotional color again with wistful. It means a gentle feeling of longing or sadness for something you can't have. He looked out the window with a wistful smile. Or, there's a wistful beauty in remembering our past. It's a word filled with tenderness. Another beautiful one, rejuvenate. It means to make something feel young or fresh again. You could say, a good rest rejuvenates the mind, or travel rejuvenates the soul. It's the perfect word for renewal, for energy returning after fatigue. And here's a special word, harmonious. It means well-balanced, peaceful, or in agreement. You can say, their voices sounded harmonious together, or she lives a harmonious life between work and rest. Harmony is a sign of emotional intelligence. It means you've learned to balance, not just to win. Let's take a quick deep breath and bring all this together through shadowing. Repeat after me slowly. He's a diligent and conscientious student. I'm learning to alleviate my fear of mistakes. Her spirit is full of fortitude and patience. My learning process is intuitive and meticulous. Old memories make me feel wistful sometimes. A quiet walk rejuvenates my mind. My days are more harmonious when I slow down. Beautiful. You're really speaking with calm confidence now. Let's explore a few more poetic words that bring emotional texture to your English. Ambiguous means unclear or having more than one possible meaning. You can say, his answer was ambiguous, or the ending of the story was intentionally ambiguous. It's a useful word for expressing uncertainty or mystery. Next, inefficiency. It means lack of effectiveness or waste of effort. You might say, there's too much inefficiency in the system. Or, let's reduce inefficiency in our routine. It's a practical, real-world word, clear and assertive. Now let's talk about empathy. It means understanding and sharing the feelings of others. Empathy helps us connect with people. Or, good communication begins with empathy. This is one of the most important words in any language. It bridges the gap between understanding and kindness. And finally, for this section, serendipitous. You remember serendipity, right? Serendipitous describes something lucky or happy that happens by chance. You can say, our meeting was completely serendipitous, or it was a serendipitous discovery. It's such a joyful, hopeful word. It reminds you that good things can appear unexpectedly. Now let's use them together in a little reflection. Imagine you're sitting in a park, writing in your journal. You look up and see the sun filtering through the trees. The world feels harmonious, peaceful. You think about your journey, all the diligent study, the fortitude, the empathy you've shown yourself. Maybe, just maybe, this path toward fluency has been serendipitous, full of unexpected gifts and moments that changed you quietly from within. Remember, words don't live in dictionaries. They live in emotions, in conversations, in the pauses between thoughts. That's where English becomes art, not something you learn, but something you feel, breathe, and share. You're doing so well. I can almost feel your focus from here. And that's exactly what advanced learners do. They stay curious, patient, and connected to every new word. Each word you learn now is not just vocabulary. It's a reflection of how you see the world, how you express your emotions, and how you connect with others. Let's begin this part with a powerful word: resonate. We've seen it before, but let's expand its depth. When something resonates with you, it means it deeply connects, emotionally or intellectually. You can say, "That story really resonated with me," or "His message resonates with people everywhere." It's one of those rare words that bridges logic and emotion at once. Now let's bring in catharsis. It means emotional release or purification through expression. For example, crying after a difficult time can be catharsis, or writing poetry can be a cathartic experience. It's a beautiful word that reminds you of the healing power of emotion, that even sadness can bring peace when expressed honestly. Here's a refined word: juxtapose. It means to place two things side by side to show contrast. You might say, "The artist juxtaposed light and shadow to create depth." Or, in English, we often juxtapose formal and informal language for style. It's a very advanced word, but a beautiful one for describing balance and contrast. Next, nuance. It means a subtle difference in meaning, tone, or feeling. You can say, "Her explanation captured every nuance of the situation," or "Understanding nuance makes your English sound more natural." It's one of the most elegant words you can use, because it teaches you to see the fine details in communication. Now, transient. It means temporary, short-lived, similar to ephemeral. You can say, "Our time on this earth is transient," or "The beauty of the morning dew is transient but unforgettable." It's poetic, but also deeply philosophical. Let's add reclusive. It describes someone who avoids social interaction, preferring solitude. You can say, "He's a reclusive writer who rarely appears in public," or "After the busy week, she felt like being reclusive for a few days." It's not a negative word. Sometimes it's peaceful, sometimes mysterious. Now, enigmatic. It means mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand. You can say, "She gave an enigmatic smile," or "The painting had an enigmatic atmosphere." It's a word full of quiet charm and curiosity. And contemplate. It means to think deeply. You can say, "He sat by the river and contemplated his future," or "I often contemplate the meaning of words." This word reminds us that reflection is an essential part of learning, to think, not rush, not react, but understand. Now let's put these words into a little emotional exercise. Imagine you're walking at dusk. The world is calm. You feel the soft wind, the fading light, the distant sound of laughter. You stop and contemplate the moment, realizing how transient it is. There's beauty in its brevity. The streetlights glow, almost enigmatic. You smile and whisper, "This resonates with me." That moment of stillness. That's language in its purest form, when words meet feeling without effort. Let's continue with relinquish again, because it carries deep wisdom. To relinquish means to let go, sometimes control, sometimes fear. You can say, "She decided to relinquish her doubts," or "He relinquished his old habits to grow." It's a word of transformation. It reminds us that letting go is also a form of strength. Now, another advanced gem, precocious. It describes a young person who is unusually talented or mature for their age. Her son is precocious. He speaks 3 languages already. It's both charming and impressive, but it must be used gently with admiration. Next is paradox. It means something that seems contradictory but may actually be true. You can say it's a paradox that we learn more by making mistakes. Or the silence was loud, a paradox of emotion. Paradoxical thoughts help us think creatively and deeply. Then we have lucid. It means clear, logical, and easy to understand. He gave a lucid explanation. Or keep your thoughts lucid during pressure. It's also used poetically. She dreamed vividly, her mind lucid even in sleep. Such a versatile and elegant word. Now, formidable. It means impressive, powerful, or difficult to overcome. You can say, he's a formidable speaker. Or, learning English may seem formidable, but every step brings progress. It's a word that carries respect and challenge in equal measure. Here's another, sublime. It means something so beautiful or grand that it inspires awe. You could say, the view from the mountain was sublime, or her kindness was truly sublime. It's one of the most poetic words in English. It turns ordinary beauty into emotion. Now let's pause for a soft reflection. Repeat after me. This music resonates with my soul. Writing helps me find catharsis. The painting is enigmatic and beautiful. Our lives are transient but meaningful. She's a precocious learner. His speech was lucid and powerful. That sunset was simply sublime. Wonderful. You're sounding like a fluent, thoughtful English speaker. Let's explore a few words that express calmness and clarity of mind. Poise means graceful confidence and balance. She spoke with poise even under pressure. Or, developing poise in conversation builds trust. It's elegance in motion. Then we have gracious. It means kind, polite, and gentle in manner. He was gracious even in disagreement. Or, thank you for being so gracious with your time. It's one of the most emotionally intelligent words you can use. It reflects inner peace and kindness. Another word you'll love is ephemeral again. Yes, it's coming back because that's how the mind works. We repeat what we need to remember. You already know it means short-lived, but let's use it differently. The applause was loud but ephemeral. Or, fame is ephemeral, but kindness lasts. When you hear this word, think of impermanence, beauty, and humility. Next, reverberation. It means an echo or lasting effect, not just in sound, but in influence. You can say, her ideas created reverberations in the world. Or the song left an emotional reverberation in me. It's a poetic and musical way to describe impact. Let's now bring in intrinsic again. It's such an important word because it talks about what is naturally part of something. Curiosity is intrinsic to growth, or love is intrinsic to humanity. The more you think in these terms, the more fluent your emotional English becomes. Now here's a simple but elegant one, serenity. It means peacefulness, calmness of spirit. She found serenity in nature, or inner serenity is more valuable than success. It's the kind of word that instantly slows your heartbeat when you say it out loud. And finally, for this section, let's learn yearn. It means to long deeply for something. I yearn for new experiences. Or, he yearned to see his family again. It's one of those words that goes straight to the heart. Gentle, emotional, real. Let's breathe together for a moment. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. Now repeat after me. I find serenity in learning. My curiosity is intrinsic to who I am. I yearn for progress and connection. Every challenge is formidable, but I am resilient. My voice is lucid, my thoughts are calm. The world is transient, but my passion is constant. Perfect. You sound balanced, confident, and full of intention. Every word you've learned so far is like a small spark. Together, they light a fire of understanding inside you. The more you speak them aloud, the more you'll feel their resonance within you. Language becomes more than a skill. It becomes your expression of life itself. You've stayed with me all the way through this journey, and that tells me something beautiful. You truly care about your growth, about mastering English not just for communication but for self-expression. So let's finish this masterclass together with calm energy, rich vocabulary, and a warm reflection on how far you've come. Let's begin with a word that describes this feeling perfectly: culmination. It means the highest point or the result of a long process. You can say, "This lesson is the culmination of all your practice and patience." Or, "Graduation day was the culmination of years of effort." It's a word that celebrates achievement with quiet pride. Now let's learn epitome again, because it beautifully mirrors culmination. She is the epitome of grace. Or, this success is the epitome of teamwork. It's elegant and confident, one of those words that feels satisfying to use because it captures perfection in a single phrase. Next, fortuitous. It means something that happens by chance, often in a lucky way. You can say, "Our meeting was fortuitous," or "It was a fortuitous discovery that changed everything." It's a cousin to serendipitous, and both remind you that life's surprises often bring the best lessons. Now let's talk about eloquence one more time. True eloquence is not about using big words. It's about using the right words, with honesty and feeling. When you speak with clarity, empathy, and sincerity, your words gain power, not because they sound impressive, but because they sound true. That's the secret of advanced fluency. Here's a thoughtful word: equilibrium. It means balance, steadiness, harmony between opposing forces. You can say, "She maintained emotional equilibrium through tough times," or "We must find equilibrium between ambition and peace." It's a word that reminds us that language learning, like life, is about balance between effort and rest, speaking and listening, learning and living. Now let's practice a few lines together. Reaching fluency is the culmination of persistence. This project was a fortuitous opportunity. She spoke with quiet eloquence. He found equilibrium in his daily routine. Beautiful. Your pronunciation, your rhythm, and your awareness are all evolving beautifully. Next, authenticity. It means being real, genuine, and true to yourself. You can say, "Authenticity makes communication powerful," or "People trust speakers who are authentic. In a world full of imitation, authenticity is your greatest strength." And in language learning, being authentic means letting your true personality shine in English. Even if you make mistakes, even if your accent is different, that's how you sound human. Let's move to another poetic one: solitude. You've heard it before, but I want you to feel it now. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's the peaceful joy of being with yourself. You can say, "In solitude, I find creativity." Or, "Solitude gives me time to reflect." It's a word that holds silence without sadness, calm, patient, sacred. Now here's a brilliant one: enlighten. It means to give insight or understanding. Reading good books enlightens the mind. Or, "This lesson enlightened me about emotional vocabulary." It's a warm and intellectual word, perfect for learning contexts and deep conversations. Let's add benevolence. It means kindness, generosity of spirit. You can say, he acted with benevolence toward others, or true leadership is guided by benevolence. Words like this add emotional depth and humanity to your speech. Here's a slightly complex but beautiful one: transient. We've used it before, but let's bring it back intentionally. Our time is transient, but our impact can be lasting. Or, happiness is transient, yet it returns like the sunrise. It's a word that teaches acceptance, to let things come and go without fear. Now, serendipity joins again because it belongs in our conclusion. Think about how you found this lesson. Maybe it was chance, maybe it was intention. Either way, it was serendipity that brought us here together, learning, reflecting, growing. Let's take a mindful pause and repeat this reflection aloud. Every word I've learned brings me closer to eloquence. I am authentic in every language I speak. Solitude gives me peace. Benevolence makes my words kind. Life is transient, but learning is endless. This journey is pure serendipity. Perfect. Let each sentence sink in for a few seconds. This is how language becomes memory, through stillness and emotion. Now let's explore a few advanced expressions that sound natural in everyday conversation. To come to fruition means to be completed successfully. After months of work, my plan finally came to fruition. It's such a satisfying phrase, especially for describing progress or dreams turning real. Leap of faith. It means taking action without being sure of the result. Starting to speak English in public was my leap of faith. This phrase is poetic and motivational, a wonderful way to describe courage. Another expression, to stand the test of time. It means to last or remain strong through years. Her wisdom will stand the test of time. Or, these lessons will stand the test of time. It's timeless, classic, elegant. And on cloud 9, it means extremely happy. After achieving fluency, I felt on cloud 9. You see, not all advanced expressions sound academic. Some are joyful and colorful too. Now let's look at one more. Food for thought. It means something worth thinking about. You can say, this lesson gave me a lot of food for thought. It's friendly, conversational, and thoughtful all at once. Let's take a moment to weave them together in a story. Imagine yourself a few months from now, speaking confidently with someone new. You use words like eloquence, serendipity, and benevolence naturally. You smile and realize that your effort has finally come to fruition. You think of how far you've come, the doubts you relinquished, the fears you overcame. It wasn't luck alone. It was your leap of faith, your diligence, your intrinsic motivation that stood the test of time. And now, you're here, calm, clear, expressive, on cloud 9. Isn't that beautiful? Let's bring in a few closing reflections with emotional depth. The word resilient reminds you that language learning is not about perfection. It's about bouncing back again and again. I am resilient in my learning. Repeat that. I am resilient in my learning. Feel the strength in that line. Then, grateful. Gratitude opens your heart to growth. You can say, I'm grateful for every new word I've learned, or I'm grateful for this moment. Repeat after me. I am grateful for my journey. I am grateful for my progress. I am grateful for my voice. Beautiful. This kind of reflection isn't just practice, it's transformation. Before we finish, I want you to carry one last word, luminary. It means someone who inspires or leads others with their light. You are becoming a luminary in your own way. As you keep learning, practicing, and sharing your knowledge, you're lighting the path for others too. Now, as we close this masterclass, take one deep breath with me and repeat these affirmations slowly, with intention. My thoughts are lucid. My words are eloquent. My voice carries kindness. I am calm, confident, and fluent. Every day, my English grows stronger. I am a luminary, shining through practice and patience. Wonderful. Thank you so much for staying with me through this journey. It's been an honor to guide you, to speak with you, and to grow with you. Remember, advanced English isn't about perfection. It's about connection, empathy, and expression. You already have everything you need inside you. These words are just tools to reveal it. So keep practicing daily. Keep feeling the rhythm of English. Keep using your voice with courage and grace. You're not just learning English anymore. You're living it. And that's the most beautiful thing a learner can do. Thank you for being here. I'm Sarah, and this was your Advanced English Vocabulary Masterclass. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss future lessons. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep speaking beautifully. See you soon.